real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. We're going to go into our second best of 3 series of today. It's the beginning of Group C. We've already seen the first map, the first game at least, go the way of Outlaws, although definitely not in any sort of dominating fashion. We've got the new showing of Epsilon as well, which should be exciting to see in this tournament, see how they can do. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this one, to see what they can actually achieve in this sort of lineup. Either way, can briefly bring up the maps for you, just to show you what we have coming up. Map number 1 is going to be, of course, Mirage, as you can see on your screens at the moment. Map number 2 is going to be Train, picked up by Spray and Pray. And then the final map, if needed, will be Cache. So, not too sure exactly what to expect from either of these teams in this sort of situation. And, not sure what's going on with this knife round, where a couple of players don't have armor, a couple of players even bought some nades. But we'll see who gets to start. Likely to be over on that CT side. Oh, Epsilon will have themselves the choice. But yeah, it's a couple of interesting players in there as well. You've got, of course, the 2, well, I suppose 3 new players to this roster joining Barbar and Freddy B, who've pretty much already proven to be a bit of a deadly duo within this team, and Epsilon in general have been very good at just slotting in players to this sort of free style of play, but now we start to see what happens with sort of language barriers. Obviously, Smooya being from the UK, you've got Maeve coming in from Denmark, and then Cosmine, I think, is from Romania, so definitely a little bit of a mix there, and we'll see how that actually molds well together. Individually, of course, this team looks beast. Like, it looks like it could be amazing. But whether it is or not, that's just a whole nother story. Either way, T-side going to be buying up quite a bit of utility alongside the Tech 9 on MDS. Going to be pushing out over towards that CT spot on the map. MDS looking for these entries, but he's not going to check the corner. Freddy B, easy peasy. Make that a 3rd kill for him. Doesn't even have to break a sweat in this situation. Cosmine looking to try and find a little bit more as they push together in this retake. And now it's all onto Treshik. He'll go down as well. Lovely pistol round coming out from Epsilon. The bomb at least going down is something for the T-side to play with, possibly in the next, or more likely in the 3rd round. But that is a worrying prospect that they can be baited in so easily like that, and Freddy B, he's going to take those kills all day long. It's me actually going to be saving on the pistol. Possibly going to buy an AWP straight into the next round if he can afford it. Definitely possible. Considering they got no armor, it could just be some farming time. Cosmine going to boost his stats a little bit. Well, there you go. 4 kills for him. Nice and easy. Barber takes 1. Not a whole lot of money made, but it will be the AWP straight in for Smooya. UK talent. Here we go. I'm really excited. I hope he is going to just prove that there is somebody in the UK who could play Counter-Strike at least. So, like, we've got Alex, we've got the 2 guys currently playing for Complexity over in America, but this could be the big one. This could be the big one. Who do I think will win? I'm probably going to lean toward Epsilon in this situation, but that's because I don't really know too much about Spray and Pray as a team. Freddy B starting things off, though. Well, exactly what he does. Sprays and prays already. Cosmine boosting up will get 1. It's a quick trade, but still benefits in terms of that man advantage. You can see what this AWP is currently going to be holding. Pop flash out for Freddy. almost gets caught. A little bit lucky to get away with that one as Fillin is there. Gets tagged down as well by the AWP as this round goes from bad to worse for the T side at the moment. Yeah, definitely surreal. Am I just saying because they have a player from the UK? If anything, normally that would be the reason for me to say that they're not going to win. But, no, I think that they've got, like, Barber and Freddy are a great core to start with. Cosmine as an individual talent as well. It looks like a good mix of players. It's whether they can actually get to those sort of higher iterations. And as said, Spray and Prey, again, not really expecting too much from them. They've got a few good players I recognize. Undo, Shara, of course, used to play in Flipside, but there's a reason he doesn't anymore. But Treshik, someone I don't know too much about, will be opening things up. Smooth, you're going to be going down as well. And what turned out from a good beginning to the round has just fallen miserably towards the end of it. Maeve, 1 versus 3, and he will get absolutely nothing done. The T side, after losing 2 men at the beginning for the price of 1, actually managed to win the round. GT side, not fully investing into this one, just going to be waiting for the next round where they can get a bye. Fillin, holding with the AWP, playing patiently. Same for Treshik as well. Freddy shouldn't be able to get anything done in this situation. Maeve with the Deeg, trying to hold into the middle of the moment. Looks for the shot. Actually hit Shara as well. Smoke going to be going out, and now Shara going to peek behind it, hoping to find the pick, but can't get anything done at the moment. Still a lot of damage that can be done with these pistols. Smooya is saving fully, however. He can't really afford it after buying the AWP in the previous round. Unlikely he'll be able to get one in the next round either. Even with Glass Cannon, Flippin will start things off, and now the T's look to pounce. Finding themselves 2 kills, leaving just Maeve alone. Can't do anything in this situation. Smooya looking to try and get in on the flank, and Freddy B with Kevlar and a CZ may actually want to just try and save this into the next round. If he can get someone on the exits, that's great. Have an AWP for him to play with. Or an AK, whatever he manages to find. But by the looks of things, after already clearing out the app's position, they have no reason to push in his direction anymore. They know exactly where he is, know what he has. It's not worth it from their perspective. That will already be an even scenario. What is the score in the final at the moment? I know that the first map went to SK. Fnatic not doing too well on the CT side, if I'm correct, which of Inferno is probably not the best way to be looking at things. What is this? I don't even know what the second map is. I could check, but I feel like I've got you guys to do that for me. CT side will be able to buy, but no AWP this time. He'll have to focus on the T side, gathering up over towards this A position. Already Fillin looking for the shot, but actually it's his teammate to get dinked, and Freddy B finds the first. Barber with another, but it's just trades galore at the moment. Smooya can't do anything at range, and it will be down to Cosmine and Maeve as well. Cosmine gets 1. Brings it back into a 2 versus 2. MDS with the AWP now. Picking it up because he's low on HP. Thank you, Bogdan, for teaching us all. Maeve already going to be dropping that bomb as well. Minute left, so still plenty of time for Treshik to play with. And he will actually manage to get himself 1 and the second as well while rotating. Lovely stuff from him. Treshik doing the work. And that will be another round on the board. Again, it's sort of like a throwaway in these buys. Wow, 11-1. Fnatic, though. That's news in itself. CT side gonna be saving their money into this one. Again, I think Smooya, well, he should have enough to get an AWP into the next round, so that's something at least he can have his weapon of choice. Yet to have any impact in this game so far, which... not what we're hoping for. However, this round at least should be a definite fourth for this T side, sorry. Hello, Sploob. Where's Splooby? I'm pretty sure I said that to him yesterday when he said hello, but... I'm now going to say it to you instead. Cosmine. Trying to do some extra damage, but he can't do anything. 2-4. Flawless round for the T side, and the money is booming. 12,000 onto Treshik. Only dying twice so far, been involved. They're not doing any boosts, are they? If so, then I'm glad I'm not there to witness. Bluey's dead. Oh, well, that's a shame. Warp out once again. This time, Smooya up on short. Don't be spotting anything out as of yet. The T's trying to take control of middle while still leaving avenues to hold any aggressive pushes that the CTs can have. Smoke gonna go down into middle, allowing Undo to cross safely. Cosmin gonna be holding just in case they do try to make their way through the window. It's actually gonna be a bit of utility thrown out over towards this A site as they look to try and split in. Freddy B trying to hold close. Just gonna wait. This should be a trade position, but in fact it won't even be a trade as he gets absolutely nothing. They've got Barber towards the back of sight as well. Cosmin gonna go down, and actually just individual jewels being lost all across the map. Maeve just looking to fall back in this situation, and even he gets taken down with only Smooya left. He's got his trusty AWP in hand. Not really much chance for him to win this round. They're looking to try and get past him. He'll pick up one, look to fade away, but he's got to be careful from behind, and Shara is ready and waiting. AWP already picked up for the T side, so they don't need to get themselves another. And they're going to be 5-2 up. Looks like I've underestimated the Ukrainian team. Yeah, it's a shit. Well, the thing is as well, you look at the Epsilon lineup with Draken in it. Draken, Disco Doppler. Like, I feel like that team had huge potential. They just got picked up by other Swedish... Well, they got picked up by NIP. Ripped. Actually, wait, is that now... That is... NIP are just looking to rebuild this roster in another team, although Disco Doppler has already left since then. Freddy actually able to get one, and if he can save this rifle into the next round, that'd be a nice little boost. Smooya, with the help of Cosmine, is actually going to find that kill. Freddy doing some extra damage as well. They're making this quite costly. May even have a temptation to go for something here. Not any chance to win the round from here on out, though. No kit. Freddy looking to try and do some extra damage, but he won't be able to do anything in this situation. They will now close him down. Double AWP setup in though. Barber actually picking up the secondary. Not a weapon that we've seen him use too regularly, I suppose, with the majority of his team leaving him behind. Freddy with the free fire finds a lot of damage already onto Shara. Villain looking for the trade. He's going to get it back as well. Crossfire from Barber, though. Going to give them back the man advantage as the push now looks to come in. Cosmine there as well, and they're just going to be shutting things down. Treshik, who's done very well so far in this game, can look to make things costly. He's managed to get past the scope of Barber. Finds one, but Freddy quick to trade. I never get that. Why? Okay, so if I'm anywhere on the map and I click the letter V, why do I look at this? Why would anybody ever want that as a spectator? Why is that like a key that somebody's had put it? Quick, I want to look at this wall. CT side, mid-control is their attempt. Freddy going to be holding close. Now, if he push any further than this, he's dead. Shara actually goes for a bit of a pre-fire. Doesn't expect somebody to be that close, and somehow Freddy gets away with 2. That is ludicrous. Yeah, but I don't need a key, an individual key that takes me to there on the map. I didn't bind it. Unless somebody, maybe it's part of the Starladder config, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has done that. Then again, there was a point in CS a week ago where if you clicked the letter M, it crashed your game. Freddy B, he's had a massive round already, going to find himself 3 kills, and Treshik now going to look to try and do the same. Already taking down Barber. Bomb looking to try and cross onto the site. Smooya making his way up the stairs, but Maeve is going to be the one to actually get himself the kill, and now Treshik left alone. Done well so far. We'll find one, but it's going to be quickly traded out. AWP should be saved by Cosmine. That will mean that now we finally see a little bit of a resurgence, but it's a long way back for the CT side, just based on money. Still plenty for the T's to play with. It will be a dropped AWP, though, so if anything now, most of the money has actually been spent up. Fill in AWP, but this is the chance for Epsilon to break them. I don't know if it happens to everyone, but for me, there was a few games where I was playing, if people ever clicked M, broke your game. Smooya jumps up, finds the first kill. No trade available at the moment for this CT side. That's actually only his 2nd kill as well, so considering this is a very AWP-based map, waiting to see if he can step up. Definitely not too late to do so. Cosmine with aggression through the smoke will be catching off one more in the form of Shara. Definitely feeling confident, and Smooya will get himself another pick. Fill in with the AWP, though. Looking to turn the tide. Slow peeking. Smooya watching the angle and will dismantle his head, leaving only undo remaining. Pause going to be called in from Shara. Barber is going to be there waiting to finish off the last man. So possibly a tactical pause from Spray and Pray. There it is. There we go. I'm going to be honest. I've played a lot of the challenges because I really want to get this coin, like gold or platinum or whatever the last one is. But other than that, I really haven't played very much of the new maps because most of them aren't new, and the ones that are, I don't really like. I think the ship one is just annoying. I appreciate the pun disco, but they are actually 6-5 up on the T side. I actually rate Barber. I think Barber's a solid player, especially in pistol rounds. Like, he can really change the tide. What tier is Epsilon? Brand new team, impossible to give them a tier, really. They've been sort of like low 2, high 3 with like their previous rosters. Like, able to sort of give some of the better teams a run for their money. It was punny, yeah. I know, I appreciate it. Barber spraying wildly, but it's actually going to be Freddy be the first to fall. It's only pistols in this round. Smooya has one of his own, however. He's already found himself 2 kills. Cosmine to help him out, but this has all been a bait and switch. You're not the only one. Fellow Englishman, Lou. To try do a little bit more, clean things up, not allow that bomb plant, and the scoreline will even back up. Looking like Epsilon have found their stride a little bit. Thank you, Shadow. Molotov out to deny any aggressive App's presence. T-side playing much more a sort of passive default, just waiting to see if the CTs will go for any more aggression, and they have been inclined to do so quite often, and as we say it, Barber is going to do just that. He's looking to take some presence over towards this B site. Flashbang, oh, unless he was trying to create a sound cue, can really do anything. Now Maeve is in the kitchen, looking to cook us up a storm. I have absolutely no idea why Smooya would get rank G taken off him. I think that's something... I reckon if you tweet at him, he might just tell you. I don't see... He seems pretty open, like with the numbers about his transfer and stuff. He responded saying, like, oh, it wasn't 10,000, it was 6,000, or however much it was, so... I don't feel like he's a person to keep too many secrets. Never know, I don't know him personally, I might be wrong. Smooya manages to get the first, but it's a quick trade over towards that B site. MDS with another as well. Smooya on the AWP. Nice flick to end one more over towards the back of the site. Bomb looking to try and cross in. And they've got control of the connector, so they're going to try and plant for that very spot. But Barber is looking to come in on the flank, but I think he's about to fall. Shara peeking the angle, leaving it onto Smooya. He's going to have to ace this round if he has any chance. Already getting himself the first. 2 more players to find, trying to bait them out of position, but I think MDS will know he's not on the bomb, but actually peeks wide and takes his head off anyway. Well, there should be another major this year, because it's normally meant to be 3 per year. There was one right at the beginning of the year, in the form of E-League, then PGL's sort of bang in the middle, so there should be one, maybe like November time, but I don't really know, that's just guessing. And that's whether or not they actually try and do it again, because last year there was actually only 2. Although the next one was right at the beginning, so I feel like it makes sense to be 3 this year. CT side, able to do quite a bit of damage towards the end of that round. Smoke going to be going down. Maeve taking aggression undo, just going to be playing patiently, and he finds that pick, and that means the one player over towards this B site is gone. Cosmine has to rotate very quickly indeed. Not going to be able to cross, or maybe it's Cosmine. Could be saying it wrong this whole time. Either way, finds one, but nobody really rotating around from his team. They're just a little bit too slow. Freddy now gets onto the site with support from Smooya as well. Trying to hold to see anybody cross. He doesn't know there's a player just an inch away, and actually could get caught reloading here if he's not careful. Ducks around at just the right time. Smooya also looking to support him with the AWP. Treshik gets the timing absolutely perfect to find the first. Freddy still surviving on the site, however. Will look for more. Gets one, but can't get the second. Now all onto Barber. Knows where one of the players is. Gets the first. Second player in the form of Shara. He hasn't spotted as of yet, but will do now, but it won't matter. Shara is going to win another round. 2 very close rounds for spray and pray, but they will take it. Destroy the economy of the CT side going into this last round. And Epsilon fighting to try and just get 7 in the end. Aggressive push from Smooya, looking to try and take the fight up the top and middle. But the T's are playing patient. I do think there's a chance, Disco, that they could pull this back. Because the thing is, at the moment, a lot of the time with CT sides, especially with new teams, it's very difficult to have the sort of chemistry you need to hold off players and crossfires to work out perfectly. Whereas on the T side, if somebody calls a strat, you know your role, it's a little bit easier to sort of pull off. Especially if you're talented individually, which I think this team definitely is. Maeve. Looking for a little bit more. Of course, that does take away from the T side. I don't know how they're going to be performing themselves on the CT side, and if their setups are strong, maybe they can pull this one off. Wow, 16-4 on overpass. Damn. Osman, Freddy, and Maeve. Make that just 2 as Maeve falls. Decent position, though. Undo, going to face the wrong way. Loses his life. Maybe there's a little bit more that can be done. Just spraying with that UMP, but misses all the shots. Now Freddy left alone. Freddy trying to finish this off. Try and bring something back. But it's not going to be happening. (9-6). Decent half for the T side. They're going to be pretty happy with that going on to the second. Treshik, I have to be honest, someone I don't think I've seen play before. Looking very, very good. 17 and 10. Sat at the top of the board. Barber currently at the bottom for his team. Now, we used to see him get dropped to P250 in these rounds, because he was so good at finding those early picks with it. But not going to be happening here. It's flat Glocks. Spray and pray, looking to take the map pick. Top. He was top of FPLC. Ah. Oh. Villain holding towards Shaw. Shara going to be spinning around looking to try and help out his buddy. We'll be able to find a couple, and in fact, it's a slaughterhouse. T-side only managing to get 1. Can Smooya at least trade things back? By the looks of it, the answer is no. Now, Villain is low on HP, so they have a little bit of a chance here. They've got to try and find something back. There's only 1 player anywhere near the B side at the moment, so there's a chance. They're going to go boosting into the window, and that will be their demise. But it's still a trade. Smooya with a chance. 1 versus 3. Actually going to go rotating all the way around through apps. Back towards middle. Not really gaining anything in this situation. He's going to be spotted out straight away as well, so his reposition doesn't actually help him too much. Trying to cross over, going to go for the jump, and, well, I'm pretty sure you can jump that one without strafing, so missing it, but he does get himself a kill. Down to just 25 seconds left. He's going to get isolated by Treshik, who will finish off the round. 2 kills for him. 6 to 10. Barber, what on earth have you... Okay, let's see. Let's see. I want to be proved wrong. We got the Julies on Barber. Statistically, a very good weapon. In practice, not so much. Maybe Barber knows something. Maybe he's mastered the dual Berettas. Been practicing his cowboy skills. Maeve and Smooya saving some money. Investing into Deagles, not buying armor. CT side with UMPs and FAMASs. Maeve actually going to be the first one to get a kill. Looking for a little bit more with this Deeg, but already we will lose Cosmine. But there we go, Maeve again. Julies, come on. Come on, Barber. At least get us one. We want to see some Julie magic. He will. And Maeve is still going ham with this Deeg. Eventually, he will be finished off. But Mr. Freddy B, he knows exactly where his opponent is at the moment. UMP going to be picked up. Can Mr. Sneaky Beaky finish things off? Yes, he can. Straight break back. Marvelous Maeve. Alongside beautiful Barber. And Smelly Smoothie. Wait, what? Fantastic Freddy. There we go. 7 to 10. It's going to be a force back in for the CT side as they now have to save themselves some money. Similar buy to what we saw on the other side. This could be the difference as well. If they can convert both of these rounds, they'll be in a much better state moving forward. Already, though, Treshik finds one. The Deagle's coming back into play with MDS getting another. Still not out of the woods as of yet. Should be looking to convert these rounds, but MDS will have something to say about that. He's got his Deagle. Problem is, Barber's behind him. Freddy will take him down anyway. 8 to 10. Now they get the free round. This is what Epsilon have been waiting for. Not going to be any real investment into this one. Looking to just keep things as clean as possible. I think Barber just misbought a Negev, so that's something at least. Nice little waste of $2,000 just sat on the floor here. And well, any cash that he now makes in this round will have just been counted out by that mistake. Barber. Wow. Unless, of course, he can get 4 or more kills. He's going to get himself 1. So, definitely not paying back that Negev. The rest of his team, however, looking to just clean things up. 2 players coming in through the connector. Nothing to play with either. Just Treshik left. Now, he has been the best player, well, in the server, I suppose. Him and Freddy right up the top of the board at the moment. At least gets himself 1. An AK on the floor as well. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Actually hits a second. Now, that's too costly for the T side. They just challenged a player with a P250 and lost about 8,000 worth of investment to do it. Really not worth it at all. Epsilon taking extra damage in that round means there's more of a chance of a reset coming into the next. Yeah, I don't know what it is, people missing that jump today. It's not a difficult jump. If any jump that I can make is not a difficult jump. I'm not saying I can make it in real life. Probably end up breaking my neck, but in the game. Cosmine going to be pushing underneath. Looking for a player in window. There is a player there. Push out onto ramp, going to achieve nothing. And already, individual pushes on either side of the map from Epsilon. No reward gathered. Maeve will be able to get one. But come on, Smoothie in the chat will fall on death. Death? Or deaf ears, even. As he instantly falls. Definitely haven't seen the best of him as of yet. Currently sat 13 and 14. Not bad. I still feel like there's more to come. Maybe I'm just being hopeful. Freddy. He's going to go down to the AWP fill-in as well, as now only 2 players remain. One with 10 HP and the bomb. And the other trying to split in through connector. The problem is, already Maeve is going to fall, and with only 40 seconds left, he's trying to make a move here. It's going to be very, very difficult. Cosmine will go down to Shara, and that's going to be 11 to 9 in favor of Spray and Pray. And, oh, they're even going to spray at the end. Name and nature. And this is where the problems begin. Okay, you have 2 players keeping your that keeping their rifles up against that P250 in the last round. And the buy here is absolutely fine. Well, I can prove it. They've got 2 AKs missing. They dropped 2 AKs. Instead, now, there's a big chance of them being reset. Now, the CT side money is not that great either. They've got enough to get a 4-buy in this round, at least. Will they have enough to buy in the next round if they lose? Probably not. MDS going for a little bit of aggression. Undo. And Barber almost touching tips through the smoke. Who's going to win this battle? That's the question. Undo just waiting so very, very close, and they're going to spot him. Already trade coming in. Feeling able to get one, but quick succession players will fall for this CT side. And their money likely to fall with them. I think saving these extra weapons could actually be worth the while of the CT side. Instead, they're going to go aggressive. And MDS is going to fall. Only one left. As said, he's been the best player, at least on this team so far. He's not going to be able to hold on, as Maeve will finish him off. 10-11. Money not going to be in a good place for the CT side, and you have to wonder if saving those 2 weapons could have made all the difference. How are actually going to invest into this one? Now, Fillin's going to save a bit of money to make sure he can get an AWP in the next buy round, but the rest of the players are all in. Treshik with the rifle. 5-7 up close. Barber going to be decimated already. Nades have gone out, so they are going to push behind them. And actually, they're losing these duels at range as well. This is going very badly wrong. Shara looking for more. It will be a couple of trades, though. Normality may have just been restored. Molotov going to go down to stop them peeking the edge of the smoke. Rotation in. Treshik yet to do anything, and he's the man with the rifle. What can he do here? He's going to find 1 and 2! Massive plays out, and that will be the round. Straight back, broken back by Spray and Pray. Big stuff from them. Treshik still going absolutely ham. 27-14. He's the difference at the moment. Tech pause called out from Epsilon. I was kind of hoping it was a tactical. I said yet. I said he hasn't done anything yet. I was implying the fact that the 1 rifle was still there. 12-10. T-side looking like they're not going to fully invest into this one. Extra 1900 can bring them rifles in the next round. Barber could even drop an AWP over to Mr. Smooya. CT side will restore their buy. No, I think you misunderstood. I'm not saying... I was saying that he was, like, I was trying to build suspense to say he was about to do something. Or that he still could. By implying that he hadn't done anything yet. See? It's all genius, he says. As said, though, the T-side not going to have a buy in this round. Unless they really want to risk everything. And then... well, then I don't agree. I think that would be a silly thing to do. But crazier things have happened in Counter-Strike. Maybe they could even win the round. Who knows? Who knows? 12-10. CT side with a much better buy. Looking like a couple of pistols are going to be dropped. Epsilon now ready and raring to go. Is their map pick, bear in mind. Although I'm not even sure they know their map pool as of yet. The brand new roster. Who's going to be making it through? I'd have to go and have a look at all the teams. I'm going to be honest, it's been so long now that I've actually forgotten all of the teams in there. Maybe in between the maps I'll get it up and we can have a little chat about in the map number 2. Or if we have another pause, I'll get the list up. Maybe NIP, yeah? Oh, that's probably going to annoy a few people. But that's why I said it. T-side hoping to try and get a bomb down. Now, this looks like... This is a plan I've seen work once or twice before. What you do, you throw one player over in towards that B site, then a couple hit over towards A, and then all the players rotate over because you think the first one was the fake, when the first one was actually the real play. And then Freddy is going to try and duck back in and plant the bomb. And I think it's worked. Absolute genius. I've only ever seen one other team do that, and that was the Brazilians from Luminosity. And Spray and Pray are going to feel like absolute fools. It's the fake to pull in the real plant. Doesn't matter that they don't get any real damage done, although Barber will take one with him. And there we go, yeah. Epsilon with a very smart round. I like it. As said, only ever seen it used once before by Luminosity. And I don't mean like the old one with Fallen. I mean like the actual current Luminosity with like Yell and whoever else they still have. So that will actually boost the economy massively. Orp for Smooya. They're 3 rounds away from being even, but also 3 rounds away from losing their map choice and moving on to what I think is Train. So, crunch time now. CT side need to step up and Barber... Or T side, sorry, need to step up, and he does. Find Shara over on the site. MDS, can he spot Maeve? No, he can't. Although, oh, Maeve can't spot him either. I think he's almost in shock from where he's been shot from at the moment. Undo gonna trade things back already, leaving it onto a 3 versus 4 after the start went so well for Barber on the entry. His team now just getting picked apart. Undo again finds another one for his team and leaves Smooya and Barber. Undo. Looking tempted to go for the peak, but can't find anything as of yet. Trying to bait out the shot from Fillin. He will do just that. Now going to look to hold the angle, but will he expect Undo to peek? And another teammate over towards the stairs. You start spamming links, you're going to be banned by me. I'm just putting that out there now. No one wants stupid coins. T-side. Fail to get themselves around. 4 players surviving. 30 kills in. 30 kills on the board for Treshik. Look at the difference as well. He's got more than double everyone else on his team. They're all around the same marker, and then this man's up the top, dragging them through. But it's working. T-side left for Deagles. Saving to try and bring things back on the 15th. Already, they're going to be losing their first player. Not expecting much for them in this round. Cosmine going to try his best to do some damage. The scope of the orb will be spotted. Nice shot as well from Barber. I'm going to be retrieved. Good for you, Cornice. Don't worry, we still love you. We don't mind what sexuality you are, but if you keep spamming stuff, I am going to ban you. Just letting you know now. Eagle. To do some more. Freddy B will hit the shot. Now, Shara, if he rotates in quick enough, can deny the plant. Not going to be happening, so extra money, at least, will be made. It will be the defusal coming in. Oh, I'm an evil person, Disco. Come in here spewing profanities and I'll take you down. CT side on a streak of rounds. 4 in a row now as they look to close this one down. It will be a full buy coming in for the T side. Can they fight back? Looking like this first map may be going the way of the Ukrainians. Mainly the way Mr. Treshik. It was more the last line he said, not anything else. Wouldn't you like to know, Logic? Wouldn't you like to know? Undo. Gonna be finding that first kill, bringing this ever closer to the end. Jara. Don't seem to know too much about where this rotation's coming in. The bomb's still at the top of mid. Greshik going to be adding another to his total. Cosmeme will be able to find one back, leaving it into this 4 versus 3. Now the T's, they've got to make their decision soon, and Shara pushing through as the smoke fades will be able to find one. Looking for his second, can't quite manage to do it, but now Cosmeme the only one left alive. And this is looking like the end. Not just for Epsilon in this first map, but also for that guy in the chat. Either way, first map going the way of Spray and Pray. Looking strong so far in this series, and Epsilon looking a little bit flat. We'll have to wait and see if they can pull things back on map number 2, which will be Train and the pick of Spray and Pray.